Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Books NYC. You are watching Original Art Hour. This is the show where we sit down with other original comic art collectors, share some art from our collections, tell a few stories, and have a good time talking about the art side of the comic book collecting hobby. Do me a favor, if you're watching this on the rewind, hit that thumbs up button. That would be much appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not. We're above the 1K mark and beyond. So I want to thank everybody for supporting the channel and supporting the show. And this is, believe it or not, the 30th episode of Original Art Hour. And joining me for this special milestone episode is somebody I've been wanting to get on the show for more than a year now, I would say, at least. And that would be the biggest Wonder Woman fan in the community, my buddy Ryan, Magic Lasso. What's going on, brother?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. And I'm happy that I created the demand to be on the show. So,
dude, I'm seeing a lot of excitement for your appearance on this show, man.
Well, I'm very excited to be here and to show what I have. And later on in the show, just a little bit of a teaser. I'm going to show two pieces that were done by a professional Wonder Woman artist who did Wonder Woman for a very long time that the internet has never seen. I would say since they've been in my possession, maybe 15 to 20 people have seen them, and that's it. So, and this is definitely the show to debut those on, and I'm excited for the world to get to see these. And I see a lot of great friends in the chat too, and I appreciate the support.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to have you on, man. So let's get into the chat hello super quickly so we can get as much art time as we possibly can. We had Jeff Schultz in the house. What's up, Schultzy? We had No Good Comics. Justin, what's going on, brother? We had Comics for Thomas, your buddy from up north. What's up, Thomas? Good to see you, man. We had Super Russ 9000. What's up, Russ? We got my broski Gomez, the comic collector. What's up, Gomez? Who else is in here? We got William Smallwood. What's up, William Smallwood in the house? We got Biggie Shack saying D sent me. Very, very cool. Thanks for hopping over, brother. We got Captain Comics. Ahoy, mate. We got Oregon Weem in the house. Nice to see you here. Thank you. We got Jay Salsa 23. What's up, Jay Salsa? We got Tricky Trapster. What's up, Tricky? Another Original Art Hour alumni in here. We got Daymares, another person who has appeared on this program. He's saying, if I'm watching it live, don't hit the thumbs up button. No, hit the thumbs up button. Just general thumbs uppiness everywhere. We got Jackson Roykirk. What's going on? Good to see you, Jackson. Who else is here? We got Sam I Am Comics. It is time for some Wonder Woman art. Plenty of Wonder Woman art. Tonight is what you're gonna see, guys. Let's see who else is here. We got NX7062. Lasso's definitely in high demand these days. He's the guest to have as of late. And we are caught up, I think, with everybody except for the mutinous mutiny inducer himself, D-Runk Comics. What's up, my brother George? Getting all his belated birthday wishes in today, even though he had a whole day of it yesterday. Yep. But anyway, let's move on. We know you collect comics, Lasso. We know you're a huge Wonder Woman fan, but how did the art stuff start? Where did you get it? How did it all start?
Well, I knew that very early on as a child, I knew that I wanted something to do with original art. I knew that these were produced. I think it was reading some old, which were Silver Age back issues. I was buying them in the Bronze Age as back issues. But I think it was, I would see in there sometimes in the letter section, they'd say, oh, thanks for the letter. We're sending you a page of original art. And I thought, how cool would that be? And there is one Wonder Woman comic book from volume 1. You know, in the letter section, sometimes for the letters that they didn't print, they would do a paragraph and just acknowledge they got your letter. And sometimes they'd put like a line or two response. You can actually find my name in one of those saying, sorry, Ryan, we don't have any free Wonder Woman art to send you. Because as a kid, I didn't know how you got that. You know, I never thought of a dealer nor would I have had that money at 10 years old, you know. But
the black glove totally fits. It's a good look.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So I just wrote them, and it's kind of funny that's actually in there. So it goes to show that I've had original art in mind for a long time. I didn't really start getting pieces, I would say, until the mid 90s. And I started saving for a cover. I didn't know what cover it would be, but I just wanted a cover. And I'll get into that story a little bit later on. But from about the mid 90s to maybe the mid 2000s is when you're seeing I got most of the pieces that I acquired, most of the pieces that you'll be seeing tonight. So that's kind of my background with it. I'd love to do more with it. It's so expensive. So, but it's so worth it.
You got in and out in a nice quip there for where this hobby has come.
Remind me to tell you when we get to the part of the original cover for the original art for the cover. I want to tell you how much I paid for that.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to know because it'll hurt me too much. But no, I do want to know.
If only those deals existed then.
Well, let's dive right in here. Before we what's it called? Get into, I guess, your published stuff. You wanted to show some other things first, right?
Yeah.
I recall. All right.
Yeah,
well,
so
let's go, man. You're up.
On your Magic Lasso, what's the first thing you think you're going to see for when he's on Original Art Hour? X-Men.
There you go.
So this is a prize win from Comic Head 84. So Kenny, of course, a great friend in the community, and I was so happy to have this. And when I got this, it was like I felt like I was accepted into this YouTube, Instagram comic book community when I got this. And I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I got a piece of Comic Head 84 artwork now. So I love that.
I think I'm up to 4 84 sketch covers in my PC. I love
Are you?
Them. Yeah, they got like 4 of them. Yeah.
So that was a prize win from Kenny, but he did sketch this for me. Look at that pinup style cheetah.
Oh, I remember that one. I remember being jealous of that one.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Dude, I love that. Yeah, that's great, man.
I love that. But Kenny isn't the only person in the community that has sent me some art. And sometimes, original art comes where you least expect it, like on a Gemini.
Right.
So he's here in the chat. I see him right now, but this is from Cookie.
Oh, there he is.
Just a little podcast, yeah. So he sketched this on a Gemini that he sent me with an AOK, and it's the community stuff that it holds as much in my heart as the published pieces by it just means so much to me. But there's one more I want to show you too.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And this guy is one of the first friends that I made on the DC Comics message board. I think he was the first friend I might have made on the internet, and we've been friends for a couple decades now. And you guys don't know him really in the YouTube community because he doesn't do videos or anything, but he's on Instagram as Mr. Fridge Art. And he sketched me a nice little Bronze Age Wonder Woman on a blank cover.
That's cool.
Yeah, because Bronze Age Wonder Woman is my jam. So I wanted to start out, and by the way, he's on Instagram, nice, Mr. Fridge Art. You can check out more of his artwork there. But
yeah, I think that one's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. But I wanted to start out and give a little props and a little love to our community here.
That is really nice, man. Was that a New 52 blank?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Issue 19 from the New 52.
All right. Well, what do you want to roll into?
I think we'll roll into. So I was trying to, before you get to the point of buying original art, the original piece that was published, I started dabbling in, well, maybe I'll do some cover recreations. And I went on eBay and I got the high bid of someone who said, I will do a cover recreation of anything you want. And I looked at some of his work and I'm like, it's really good. So I contacted him and I said, how about Wonder Woman 246 cover? And this is what he did for me. And to put it in comparison.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got the book, right? Yeah, there it is. Nice.
I think he did a really nice job. That looks pretty solid. I wish I could give him props. I have his name written down somewhere that's in storage. So I can't give him the proper.
No worries. Great job, unknown artist.
Yes.
X.
And, right before he sent it to me, he showed me a picture of the finished piece. And I said, I love it. I said, you want to do another one for me and just ship it together? And he said, yeah. And I said, how about 286, which is this issue? very
Oh,
dramatic.
I love that cover, man.
Yeah, and 246 and 286 are two books that I've never been able to. I've never seen the original artwork for sale for them anywhere ever. In in over 2 decades of looking for it. So this is what he did for me.
Love that, man. Yeah, I love it when the trade dress is built into the recreations.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So very, very nice. And then
you storing that in a portfolio, right?
Yeah. Everything that isn't professionally framed that I'll be showing is in a portfolio that I'm carefully. The show is worth it to take out of the portfolio. So,
I'm glad to hear that. I may not do the same when it comes to my turn, just for speed, but
so then
we'll see.
I progress to the point of, okay, I have an original concept, and I just want an artist to do it for me. I'm not at this level yet where I feel like I can hire I don't want to say professional because it sounds like these people aren't professional. A published artist, maybe I'm not at the point where I can't get a published artist to draw it for me. So I have
an
this
artist with a wider reputation.
Yeah. So I have this idea, and I want you guys to remember this idea because this is going to play back later on in the broadcast. I thought, we never saw the Earth 2 Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor marry. They married off panel, off issue, and I thought, what would that wedding look like? And I thought it probably would be something like the preacher is saying, "I now pronounce you," and Cheetah would interrupt and say, "Dead." So that's the concept that I gave another artist, and this is what he brought me.
Dude, very cool.
So while you're looking at that, I mean, he did a great job. But one thing that I want to point out, though, and I saw this instantly.
You can move the piece. You can move the piece closer to the camera. I think it'll be easier for people. Yeah, there you go.
When I looked at Cheetah, that looks a lot like that Cheetah, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the Wonder Woman a little bit on this piece looks
it's not a straight recreation.
Yeah, maybe it looks like a flipped image of this. Possibly.
Yeah. Does look mirrored a little bit.
Not that I was unhappy with this, but I was thinking something, and I mean the rest of the stuff is all original that I haven't seen anymore with the JSA in the background and the preacher on the side and I liked it, but I think I would have liked it a little bit differently if I couldn't have easily placed where the Wonder Woman and Cheetah image came from, where this person got their inspiration from. So I took this idea and I tucked it away and I said, someday I'm going to revisit this idea, and we'll be revisiting that later in the show.
I love it. You built-in teasers for the.
That's right. All about the suspense.
Good stuff.
So now we finally get to the point where I said, you know what? I need a published piece. I need something that I have seen before, the original piece of paper. And, in the mid 90s, eBay was quite the place. And someone had listed a page of Wonder Woman original art for sale. And it was Kurt Schaffenberger.
Nice.
But they didn't have a scan of the art. But they said what issue it was from, the condition the page was in. And I thought, I looked up the page and I said, well, it's not a bad page. And I thought if it goes cheap enough, I'm going to go for it. And I ended up getting the high bid. And this was my first piece of published artwork.
Awesome.
Now I'll zoom in a little bit closer for the panel.
Yeah. There you go. Which issue number is it?
This is 218, the second story.
Right.
And something I want to point out too on this page, when you see Wonder Woman in bondage, by the way.
Yeah.
Maybe you can see it here. These little dots here in this panel and this panel, that's a sticker.
Oh, it's a stat.
Yeah. But I mean, it wasn't even just a photocopy. It's actually like a peel off sticker.
Interesting. Yeah. At first I thought it might have been Zipatone, but it's not Zipatone.
So
interesting. Very cool.
Yeah, and this this story has been reprinted many times.
You said it was Kurt Schaffenberger?
Yeah, Kurt Schaffenberger. So, and I think if I'm guessing, it's 1976, I think.
Yeah, the 200s.
Yeah.
Low 200s, Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my very first piece of...
Very cool, man.
Oh my gosh, I actually have a page that was in a book.
Yeah.
And of course, what happens when you get your first page?
And what year was that?
I would
early
say that
2000s?
No, that was mid-90s.
Mid-90s. Nice.
Yeah, like 94 or 5.
Okay.
Somewhere in that vicinity, I'd say it was. Come on, tear the ship apart until you found those plans. But what happens when you get original art? I don't have any tattoos, but I'm told it's exactly like tattoos. Once you get one, you want another one.
Yes.
And I don't know if this was my second one or not. But this page, actually, I don't think he's here in the chat, but I dedicate this page to Bear Island Comics.
Okay.
And Bear Island got an A-OK a few days ago from me because he had to get it before this show because I was worried he would watch the show, see this page and go, I don't have that issue. I need to go get that. And I gave him the issue that this is in because it has Poison Ivy in it.
Oh, nice.
This is from a World's Finest issue, and it has Poison Ivy, and that looks like a chubby Floronic Man. That is actually Redwood, a character that only appeared in this 2-issue story arc. And this is Rick Estrada art.
I love the inking on it.
Yeah, the inking is really solid.
It's really nice.
And this is my favorite Poison Ivy story that I've read. And she's actually collaborated or fought Wonder Woman a few different times.
Mm-hmm.
And
hey, can't complain with Wonder Woman and Poison Ivy.
This just brings back so many memories for me. This page specifically, the entire story does, but this page specifically brings back the memories.
No, I love that. Great page.
Yeah. So when we start talking about memories, then we start going down memory lane. There was a book, and in the mid-90s, my goal was to see if I could try to get every page. You know, pick a book and see if you can get every page from this book. Well, I didn't accomplish this goal, number one, for financial reasons. Number two, I ended up getting 3 pages from this book. But I ended up seeing maybe 3 or 4 more pages later on, and I just didn't have the money at the time, even though they weren't that expensive. But when I was in kindergarten, I would take DC Comics Presents issue number 9 with Superman and Wonder Woman. I'd take that to school all the time, and I would look at it all the time. I mean, it had everything I wanted. It had Clark Kent and Superman. It had Diana Prince and Wonder Woman, and they fought an ice monster. So my first of 3 pages from this story is this one.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I mean, this is Joe Staton artwork.
Superman.
Then look at Superman getting belted.
Very cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So as I said, that's my first of 3 pages from the same issue. The next one
is nice. What's up, Tony NY in the house? Stay Puff. Good to see you guys.
We saw Superman get belted, so I think it's only fair that Wonder Woman gets her turn as well.
Was it, so you said that was from the same issue? Is that a sequential or is it?
Yeah, I think these 2 are sequential, yes. And then I have another page from later on in the issue. And as I said, this is Joe Staton artwork. These did not come signed by Joe Staton, and you see on the bottom of my pages, I have them signed. Oh, down here, and I got that done in person at C2E2 2019.
Awesome.
So that was a goal of mine. I'm like, I want to meet Joe Staton because this book brings back so many memories, and I want to get these pages signed too. But nice. This 3rd page, if I only could have had 1 page from that issue, this would have been the page I wanted. And I think it will be obvious when I first show this to you why. How many Superman and Wonder Womans are on this page? A ton.
Whoa. Yeah, it's a trippy page.
Yeah. So when I went up to him at his booth at C2E2, I said, you know, I talked to him for a moment and I said, I have something that you have not seen in a long, long time. And I brought up the pages and he signed them. And this page especially, he just stopped and really looked at and studied. And I told him how I'd take this to kindergarten and how much this book meant to me. And I love this page especially. And before I left, we took a picture together and he said, oh, I have to have a picture of you for my phone too. And I thought that was a nice compliment. And he actually posted it and he wanted me to hold up this page specifically. And he actually posted that picture on his social media too a few days later.
That's awesome, dude. And I think I may have said this before on the show, but I feel like if you're a comic book fan and you're an original art collector, getting a page from a book that has sentimental value,
exactly.
Whether it's you have, you know, a certain attachment to the issue because of your childhood, like you do in that case, or, you know, some other sentimental reason, or it's a Grail book or whatever it may be, that always adds like another level of like, I don't know, satisfaction as a collector.
Yeah, exactly. So a little bit earlier, I showed you a cover recreation that I had done for this comic book.
Yeah.
286. I have 2 pages of interior from that art that I want to share with you right now.
Yeah.
And my favorite Wonder Woman artist of all time is Jose Delbo.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I like his art a lot.
Yeah, and you don't hear that as an answer very much. You know, most people say George Perez or and it's nothing. I love George Perez.
George Perez is great, but there's so many other Wonder Woman artists.
Yeah, but Jose Delbo drew Wonder Woman for a very long time. And from issue 286 that I showed you, we have this panel. So I've got my favorite artist now. I finally got Steve Trevor in a panel.
Yes.
And I sort of have Wonder Woman. He thinks it's Wonder Woman, but as we'll see as we zoom in a moment, it's not Wonder Woman.
Huh.
See, the wig falls off.
Imposter.
Yes. And I actually got this from the inker, who was Dave Hunt, who signed that.
Cool.
And the other page that goes with this issue, this is
what? This was 236 or
286.
286.
Yeah. So we're in the early 80s right now.
What's up, K Titus from Japan? We got God Tank here. We got Tony NY. What's going on, guys?
Yeah. So if I said to you, and you're a DC Comics fan, Len Wein, you know who I was talking about, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What if I said Jeanette Kahn?
Less familiar, no.
Okay, yeah. She was the actual publisher of DC Comics during the Bronze Age.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I say those two names to say that here they are on this page.
The title of publisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Jeanette Kahn and Len Wein on this page.
Cool.
They drew themselves, or they didn't draw them, but they got drawn into the story. So we see that fake Wonder Woman is an actress named Amy Kelly, who is making a Wonder Woman movie. And the real Wonder Woman is coming to meet her with the publishers of DC Comics, Jeanette Kahn and Len Wein.
So it's a breaking the fourth wall scene.
And then we see over here, I'm still learning over here, they're shooting the movie, the scene of Wonder Woman's origin.
Cool.
Where you see her renouncing her birthright to go to man's world. And we have some interaction between Amy, the Wonder Woman actress, and the real Wonder Woman.
Len Wein, relative of Region Wein. That's awesome.
So at this point, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like I'm checking some boxes in my collection. some stuff that I've got my favorite artist now. I've got
you got your feet wet.
yeah, I've got pages from a book that means so much to me, and then I start going, well, what's coming up, and you start going, the cover. So I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but do you have any Wonder Woman art?
So should we do the intermission segment where I jump in and show some stuff? Yeah. So good timing. You're keeping me on track. I love it. So I of course, in preparation for the episode with Magic Lasso, had to pull, most, if not all, of the majority of my stuff that is Wonder Woman related. The hardest one to show is the one I'll show first, just to get it out of the way, and I think you pretty much know what that is. And that's the one that kills me to take off the wall every time, and I break my back. And that's the cover to Wonder Woman.
That's so beautiful.
Jenny Frison, and this is of course custom framed and everything. I've shown the hell out of this one, so I don't need to show it for too long, but this is the Wonder Woman cover I have, right? It's a modern, and I freaking love it, and everything that went along with it, from the experience and the good times and the stories and all that. So had to rep that super quickly here, but now I'm going to put it down so I don't hurt myself. And I will show some of the other pieces here. I'll get the portfolio out here. Before I show any of the published stuff, I did want to show one unpublished, which I can't remember if I've shown on the show or not. But this is just a pretty simple pencil sketch by an artist named Michael Armstrong. And it's just a luscious, beautiful pencil sketch of Wonder Woman.
It's nice.
With the lasso. So nothing crazy, not like a crazy marquee in-demand artist, but just a gorgeous pencil sketch of Wonder Woman, and I just really, really like that depiction of her.
That is nice. That looks like a cover,
right? It's sweet, man. So that was a super affordable piece, but put it back in the portfolio here. I will show some of the published stuff that I got Wonder Woman wise. Most of which I've shown. One of which will be brand new, which I'll save for the end of this segment. This was the first published Wonder Woman page I ever picked up. This is that David Finch Wonder Woman page.
Oh, yeah.
So there you have Diane at the top, but then the rest of it is this. I can't see anything right now, so let me know if the art is visible.
Yes. He does not skimp on detail.
David Finch is a maniac. Look at all that detail. But yeah, Diana in that sort of offshoot panel there. The rest of it is a splash. Put that back in quick. Another published page that I got with Wonder Woman on it is this one. It's in a Detective Comics issue. I think I've shown this. The artist is Marcio Takara. And it's like a simple kind of indoor scene between Bruce and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's nice.
And there's a little bit of bondage going on right there. With Wonder Woman tying Bruce up. So, pretty cool.
Hey, Kachun.
What's going on, Kachun? Sorry, guys, I can't see the chat until I get out of this little segment here. This is another published page from the Batman and Wonder Woman 66 series. Carl Kessel inks, but it's a little bit more of an animated look.
Yeah,
but
I like it.
Batman Clayface. So yeah, I don't remember if I've shown that or not. Honestly,
you have. I did remember, but it's always nice seeing it.
Yeah, if anyone would know, it's you, man.
Yeah.
This one is pretty sweet. It's from the Convergence Wonder Woman run that Joshua Middleton did.
Oh yeah.
So you got Joshua Middleton Wonder Woman panels, 2 panels up top, and then you got the Joker panel with Wonder Woman just off screen right there, but you still see the lasso in that bottom panel.
And Joshua has been killing it with some of those covers recently.
Yeah, he's been killing it on the covers. So yeah. Really happy to have a Middleton Wonder Woman example in the collection. And I think I'll probably just wrap it here with the new page. Well, no, let me show. I've shown this. I think, right? This is that Chris Marinan splash for Wonder Woman issue number 30.
Oh yeah,
from the George Perez run.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I've definitely shown that a few times, but
that's nice.
That's my only published Wonder Woman like title page, splash page. Title splash, I guess technically is what you would call it.
Mm-hmm.
Title splash. Love that one. And I will wrap it up with a relatively newer pickup. First, I'll show you the book. You'll recognize the book. And this was a book where, you know, a lot of different additional creators were brought in to work on stories and pieces of the book. Wonder Woman Annual #1. So not only was George Perez involved in this, of course, but George Perez, Art Adams, Ross Andrew, Brian Boland, John Bolton, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, and Kurt Swan. So the page that I picked up from this issue, Wonder Woman Annual #1, it's from the Kurt Swan story. And it's basically, I believe it's Pythia. And like in this issue, there are little bits and pieces in the stories where certain parts of Wonder Woman's origin are retold or mentioned. And on this page, and you mentioned it earlier, getting something with Steve Trevor and Wonder Woman, that's been a goal of mine as well. But on this page, which blows my mind, this is a Kurt Swan page. On this page is a portion of the origin of Wonder Woman retold as it relates to her rescuing Steve Trevor.
Oh, wow.
In one of the panels, in the bottom panel right there. I'll show the whole page, but I'm going to focus on that panel. And you have Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor in a what's it called? A Pieta.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but beautiful page.
Yeah, that is nice.
Can you guys see it clearly?
Yep.
Okay, can't see anything else.
Yep.
But yeah, but that right there.
Yeah, and you got her being formed from clay too. That's nice.
And the second was her son Stephen plucked from the sea by Princess Diana.
Yeah.
And there's Diana Trevor in the previous panel or whatever. So yeah, I'm excited to have added that to the collection. I think Wonder Woman Annual #1 is a pretty significant issue in the history of Wonder Woman title, first annual, right?
The first annual ever.
First annual ever, because they didn't have one during the Golden Age run, right?
No, Volume 1 did not have any annuals, so that was her first.
There you go. So yeah, that's my little set or little corner of the Wonder Woman universe that is part of my art collection. I might have one or two other like more minor things that I didn't pull or whatever, but that's the majority of it.
Yeah. So I have, as we jump back to my turn, probably the most mysterious piece in my collection that I don't know much about this piece. And if for some reason someone would have information, I would love to know something of it. So I wanted some Dick Giordano artwork. And nice. I'm a fan. And I found this, and the person who sold it to me didn't have much information on it. I submitted it to a book that was done called The Art of Dick Giordano, and they said it was a convention sketch piece, but I don't know if they just speculated on that or if that was a fact. So
hold on, I'll make you full screen here. Cool.
To me, it looks like something that I possibly saw inside a coloring book once, but I've tried to retrace those.
Like the Capitol building or something? Like
yeah, I've tried. Yeah. It's Wonder Woman lassoing a spy in front of the Capitol.
Huh.
And I've tried to retrace that throughout a coloring book, and I can't find it. But it's a very nice piece. I'm really happy to have it. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Like the frame.
Oh, thank you. So in a matter of just a few minutes, I'm going to finish blowing through my published artwork, and then you're going to see something that the internet has never seen before. So
exclusive.
It's paying off for staying up late. But
everybody staying up late.
This is a Mike McCone piece, and this was from DC Universe Secret Files and Origins 2000 issue number 1, which is a mouthful. And then they did some splashes where on the side, they'd list some facts and stuff. And this was the Amazon Allies page. And as you look closer, you can probably see that the Wonder Girl Cassie is a stat, but the rest is original.
Okay, gotcha. Not a paste on.
Not a paste on, but
stat.
Yeah, it is definitely a stat.
Yeah, I could see the different color, the discoloration of it. Yeah.
But at this time in the year 2000, this was pretty much Wonder Woman's cast of characters, and it's the only Donna Troy piece that I have.
Is that a splash or a cover? You said
it's a splash, but it was done in the back of those secret files and origin stories, where on the side they just add like little details about the characters. Mm-hmm. So, but I was happy to have that. And then probably the most modern stuff that I have right now. I don't have any George Perez, but if you can't have George Perez, the next best thing is some Phil Jimenez.
Ooh, beautiful.
So we have a couple pages here, and you might notice she is missing her tiara, mm-hmm. which she was at that time. And she's fighting Vanessa, who has become the Silver Swan. So
let's get up close on that. Yeah. Beautiful is right. Nice. Yeah, I like his style.
I do too. And we have some Hippolyta.
Yeah. Very, very cool, man.
And I picked up another piece from him. I believe it's this is the next issue. And she's getting the tiara back on this page. And it's funny, when I met Phil Jimenez and he signed this stuff for me, when he looked at this page, he says, "This is so funny." He says, "I just drew a couple of these panels in the story that I just worked on this week, where she's remembering this event."
Mm-hmm.
So
awesome. Did he ink his own stuff, Jimenez?
That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. I think he might have.
I'm not sure either, but those are great pages. Love the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Very nice.
And since I picked up a few Jimenez pages, there was an opportunity to pick up a couple patch panels at the same time that were incredibly cheap. And they were already shipping them to me, so why not throw in another? Right. It was like $15 or $20 for a patch panel, and here's one of them.
I definitely like Garcia Lopez as well, to Jackson Reichert's point. Very cool. I find those so interesting, the way that they released panels and did those like swap pages.
And I have to take this back. I thought I only had one Donna Troy piece, but I do have a Phil Jimenez Donna Troy. So little patch panel.
Little inserts.
Yeah. That's really cool. For, like I said, it was either $15 or $20, and I thought,
yeah, that's amazing.
They're already shipping to me. I'm buying this.
Why not?
Yeah. So that, with the exception of my cover, brings us to the end of my published stuff. Although I've got some more stuff to show you.
You got some other miscellaneous kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do. So my question is, would you like to see my big powwow right now, or would you rather see the cover? You're going to get something huge either way.
This is original art hour with Magic Lasso. It's your call, brother. We got 20 people watching, 20 minutes to midnight. So
you 20 people are about to really be treated, and especially you guys watching on the rewind too. So I mentioned earlier that Jose Delbo is my favorite Wonder Woman artist. And I thought, wouldn't it be awesome if Jose Delbo could do a commission for me, something that I thought of. Right. Do you remember that idea I had a little bit earlier about Wonder Woman's wedding? Mm-hmm. And I thought, let's give that to him. Let's just see what it would cost. And surprisingly, it was doable. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I'm pulling the trigger on this.
Do you remember what year it was?
Yeah, this was only about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
So keep in mind, this man is in his 80s when he's drawing this, what you're about to see. This is one of 2 pieces that maybe 15 to 20 people have seen since I had. It's never been shown online. He never posted it. I have never posted it. He did change the concept a little bit. He instead, from being the Earth 2 Wonder Woman, he changed it to the Earth 1 Wonder Woman, which is fine. I think it's also because the cheetah that he wanted to put in there is his cheetah, the cheetah that he created. And I get that. I get it and I respect it. Are you guys ready to see this?
Dude, I'm ready. I want to see this.
I hope you love this as much as I do.
Right? I can't stand the suspense, dude.
Here we go.
Woo! That's hot.
So here we have, the Amazon looking on. We have Cheetah. We have Hippolyta back there. Can you see the Justice League?
Yeah.
Look, it's Steve Wonder Woman.
Batman's cowl. I see Flash.
Martian Manhunter, Black Canary, Green Lantern.
Nice.
And he put up just like a little photocopied stat for me. And I'll lift it up just for a second, but you can see more of the fire and the wedding cake.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that something?
So
keep in mind,
did you do the stat after the fact, or
no? This is the way he sent it to me.
Oh, he sent it with the stat.
He sent it just like this to me. And keep in mind, an 82-year-old man drew this. And certainly he knows how to draw Wonder Woman. He drew her for 50 plus issues, 50 plus consecutive issues. So
very cool. So this would be considered a cover, original cover commission, not a recreation.
Nope.
Or a reimagining, because it's not based off of a cover that exists that's altered. Nope. This is like an original cover idea that you had commissioned by Jose Delbo.
Yes.
What's up, Southern Comic Geek in the house? Dude, that's fantastic commission, man. Congrats on that. Thank you for debuting it here on the show, man. I really appreciate that. That's really awesome.
And what did I say before? When you get one, you want another one. Yeah. So I went back to Jose Delbo and I said, got me another idea. And so here's the concept for this, okay? Wonder Woman has stumbled upon Nubia, and she's threatening Mera. And if there were words on the page, what Nubia would be saying is, if I can't be the princess of this island, then I'll be the queen of yours.
Nice.
He did this, and it didn't look anything like what I thought it would look. In your head, you kind of have an idea. And
Tacoma's cheating on his work with your art.
So I kind of have what's this going to look like? And you kind of put a concept in your head, and then you get it, and you go, oh my God, it's 10 million times better than what I thought.
Nice.
And I always see Oregon Weem saw Zatanna in the previous piece. That's cool.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Dude, let's see it.
This is my other one.
Let's see it. Whew.
How's that?
Headlights. Oh, man.
So we have Mara, we have Nubia. I thought Wonder Woman would probably be in the background, like running towards them or something, but he put her right up front, just the way she would be on her cover, if this was a cover, you know?
What's up, ICT Vinny? That is definitely nice.
So, and he left room that if there would have been trade dress, it would have gone up there.
Yeah. Awesome.
So these two pieces are my baby. And
hold them upside. Can you manage holding them up side by side, or is that going to be dangerous?
No, I can do that.
I want that picture.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. I really want to do one more and have a trilogy, and I have the idea in mind, and I know that he's in his 80s. I want this so bad, and I need to get this done, and I just financially haven't been ready to pull the trigger yet.
Right. There it is.
But let me.
Perfect. Perfect still for later. Love it, dude.
So you guys, the internet has never seen these before. This is the first time ever that they've been shown anywhere online.
I'm glad I had a Red Bull right before this, because I'm going to talk to Lasso for a while afterwards now about these, because they're awesome. Thank you.
So if y'all think that I'm talking y'all like I'm down south, if you guys think that I'm done with the fire,
oh no, there's more fire to come.
It's cover time.
Let's see it.
So I started saving money, and I said, I'm just going to save money, and someday I'll find a cover and I'll have money for it. And I thought, I don't want it just to be any cover. I just don't want to have a cover to say I have a cover. I want it to be a cover that I love.
Right.
And for the longest time, I almost bought the original art to this comic book that I'm about to show you, but I didn't. I had the chance to buy this.
Oh, wow.
And that is pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah. I like how it has that what is it, a moon silhouette? Like it's almost like the opposite of the Batman silhouette from the Golden Age or whatever, a little bit. But that's cool.
And Oregon Ween was asking why those other pieces weren't in frames, because I really want to get a third one and frame them all together with colored, digitally colored versions of them underneath. But anyway, so getting back to my story, I wanted a cover, and it almost was that one. It almost was going to be that one. And then in 1996 on eBay, one came up, and I said, ooh, this could be my cover.
Came up for auction or
for auction?
Nice.
And I like to do what we all like to do: wait to the last minute and put our bid in.
Of course, yeah.
Remember, 1996 though was dial-up yet. Okay, keep that in mind.
Oh man, I was on eBay in the mid to late 90s, but man, it was such a different universe, wasn't it?
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
So,
and I wasn't buying comic book stuff really off eBay back then, obviously, but yeah.
This is the most expensive I've ever paid for anything collectibles in my life. Just the piece of paper, because it is professionally framed, but I'm just talking the piece of paper right now.
Just the art, not we don't care about the frame. Yeah. And
I had a concert the night that, meaning I was attending a concert, but I was going backstage and everything. Right. And when you get to go backstage, you want to be on time, you don't, and this thing was going to end during the concert, and there were no cell phones back then, no smartphones. So I put in a pretty high bid, and I left for the concert, and didn't know until, I had like an hour drive each way.
Right.
And I didn't know until an hour after the concert was over, when I got home, if I actually won it, and I won it.
Could you imagine going through that now? Wow.
You couldn't now.
But hey, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I'm ready.
Let's see this thing.
Okay.
Nice.
Sorry, you're getting my O-ring there.
Framed with the comic. Love it.
This is Wonder Woman 275. This is Rich Buckler art and Dick Giordano inks.
Awesome. Yeah, zoom up in that. Nice.
This is the first cover appearance of the second Cheetah, Debbie Domain. She became Cheetah in the last page of the previous issue, And she was on the cover, but she was shaded, so you couldn't see the details or tell who it was. But this is the first full cover appearance.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. Have you ever been tempted to stat that up with the trade dress, or are you just leaving it alone?
No, right now I left it alone. Like I said, I put the comic book in with it.
Right.
So.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I told you when it came to this piece that I would talk about price.
Right.
And I'm going to.
And what year was this again? 96?
This is 1996, okay? Wow. And this is an approximate, okay? I'm
25 years ago?
Yeah.
Quarter of a century ago, guys.
And this piece was done in 1980. I just bought it in 96, but the piece was done in 1980.
Right. So it was a 16-year-old cover when you bought it, which if like in today's art market, if I was buying a cover that came out in 2004, which is 16 years, 2005 now even, right? 16 years ago, that would be considered like a modern cover. So at the time that was probably considered modern art. You know what I mean? Now it's not. Now it's considered Bronze Age art, but yeah.
So my best recollection, and I might be $10 to $20 off here in what I'm telling you. $640.
God damn it.
But remember, $640 was a lot different back then than it is now.
I mean, $640 for the art market in the mid 90s, plus the value of that money in the economy, factoring in the value of the dollar and inflation and all that, like that's probably a $3,000 to $4,000 cover. You know what I mean? Like as far as just pure inflation. And I think it could be even more than that now, just with where the art market has appreciated.
Yeah. And both talents are gone. They're not with us anymore.
Exactly. But yeah, like that's, that for the time, that seems like it was like probably, where
I had 800 and something saved for it.
Nice.
And I think I put a high bid in of 900 and something. I thought I'll just come up with the rest if I have to.
Walked away, went to your concert.
But what I did is I took the extra money I had and invested that into the framing.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Which is a whole other thing that costs a whole lot of money.
yes, it does.
It really just costs.
And framing is art within itself.
It is, man.
Framing is something within itself.
I thought I was gonna get way more into it than I ultimately am going to, just because the cost is too much. But yeah.
So as we get ready to wind down my pieces that I have, you remember underoos?
Sure, of course.
That was the underwear that was fun to wear. Well,
D-Rum's making you a $700 offer on that.
Let's see. How about a little production stat art of Wonder Woman from an Underoos commercial?
Very cool. I think this is the first time commercial artwork has been shown.
Okay, cool.
Very cool.
You could go on YouTube and find this commercial.
Really?
I know you could. So, and what goes better with that? The animation cell.
Huh. Very, very cool. I love animation cells, man. So you had the original pencil concept drawing, and then you have the final production cell.
Yep.
That's very cool, man. That was a commercial in the late 70s, early 80s?
Yeah, I would say 79 or 80,
79,
somewhere in that range.
Yeah. Dude, that's cool.
And I think my last thing that I have to show for
Super Rust. I for a hot second I thought that underwear to the left of the image was going to be, framed underwear. I was total. I'm right there. I totally thought the same thing. So you're not alone.
So here you go. In the season 1 of the TV show Wonder Woman, they had animation, and the actors would walk from animation and turn into real life. Here is the animation cell of Lyle Wagner as Colonel Steve Trevor from season 1 of Wonder Woman, the TV series.
Sweet, man.
With a signed Lyle Wagner card inserted in with it too.
Is that the the voice or
Lyle Wagner was the actor.
The actor.
Yeah. Best known from the Carol Burnett show and Wonder Woman. He just passed I think it was last year. So
nice.
I've desperately been looking for an actual cell of Wonder Woman or Diana, and I can find the drawings for them, but I can't find an actual cell.
Right.
So because that would be like the cherry on top to have that. So
that's awesome, dude.
So essentially, I
can't think of a category that you don't have covered, really. Like you got a little bit of everything. You got some sketches, you got some commission pieces, you got some recreations, you got some published panel pages, you've got a published cover, you've got some animation cells, you've got some commercial sketch and animation cell stuff. You got the TV show related items. That's a pretty well-rounded. I mean, for what you collect, Wonder Woman primarily. I mean, I know you collect other stuff, but that's art collection pretty much covers like a wide variety of art types, all with stuff that makes sense for who you are as a collector. So I think it's a fantastic collection, man. Congrats on it.
So Kachun, just so you know, when you get to be my age, you can't pull off stars below the waist. Just letting you know. So certainly have some goals. I'd like to get Wonder Woman 750. I bought an extra blank cover, and I have a really cool. I have two different concepts in mind. I don't know who. It didn't even have to be someone that has drawn Wonder Woman published or not. I'd like to get that done at some point. Like I said, I'd love to get a third piece with Jose Delbo. I'd really love to make that a trilogy.
Yeah.
So, and there's some other things. I'd love to own a George Perez.
Yeah.
A John Byrne. I
would like to. I mean, I own a George Perez and a John Byrne, but not a Wonder Woman George Perez or a John Byrne. Like, because when it comes to these like next level creators, if it's the titles that they're most well known for and the characters that they're most well known for, that's always the hardest to achieve now in the market, pricing wise.
And to ICT Vinny, who asked if the house was burning down, let's not even think that. But the first thing I would grab would be the cover that I showed with Cheetah. That's the number one thing.
I would say so, yeah.
And then after that, it's probably my original commissions from
two Jose Delbo commissions,
which I do have high detailed scanned already and saved, but I mean that's not the same. I have them high detailed and scanned because eventually I want to get them digitally colored.
Right, makes sense, man. Well, dude, great episode. We're coming in here right at the 1 hour mark. Anything you want to plug or mention before we wrap up and say goodnight?
Yeah. I just want to say, for those that aren't familiar, I have my own channel.
That's right.
Magic Lasso.
Link is in the description below.
Thank you for that. And if you're not subscribed yet, I would love it if you'd go over and check it out. I mean, I have a lot of Wonder Woman stuff on there too, but I am a comic book collector too, and the Bronze Age is like my jam. So I'd love it if you come over and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. I love this community. I love interacting with people here. I love the friendships that I've made. And so if you haven't checked out my channel and would take a moment to subscribe or just at least check it out, I would be appreciative.
Well, this community loves you, and we got to throw some more support towards Lasso. I know you also are now teaming up with some other community members on a brand new channel. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, the Fanboys, which is Comic Fu 2814, Tony Fett, Tim the Comic Collector, and Flashpoint Comics. They have their own Fanboys channel now. And they're just launching it, and I'm going to be doing a almost weekly review. There isn't a new one this week, but I think after this week, after they get all the content going forward, we will be weekly, where I'll be taking Wonder Woman stories from all 5 volumes and reviewing them. And we'll be talking about the current stories too, starting next month when those are released, 770. So check that out on the Fanboys page. Give them a subscription. I've been popping up in a lot of live streams with some friends, and I'm so appreciative of you, not only of you letting me be on your channel. As you know, I'm a big fan of this program. I'm a big fan of your work.
You're one of the best, most consistent members of my community. So I am glad that we could finally hop on here and do this hour and share some more with the community, but together. So
yeah,
I'm happy about that for sure, man. As you heard, man, Magic Lasso's got plenty going on. Please go subscribe to him and go check out all of his content. As far as original art hour, I haven't announced the next episode yet, but there will be a next episode. So just be on the lookout for whatever the next episode is going to end up being. I will be back though here tomorrow night live on YouTube on the Comic Books NYC channel, 8 p.m. Eastern, to do the 1,000 subscriber giveaway winner reveals, or the live drawing for the winners. And we had over 135 or 136 people enter via comment, and 45 people made videos. So I'm pretty happy with the turnout. So major thanks to the community for the support on the Road to 1K contest. Obviously, we crossed over 1K, and we feel good about that here. And so thanks everybody again for your support there. And
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you have a piece of Wonder Woman coming? Wonder Woman piece coming soon, or
do I have a new Wonder Woman piece coming soon? Not that I know of. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. Why?
I thought maybe you would have something to show us tonight.
Well, the newer piece was the origin retold.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that was one that I don't think I had shown before.
Okay, cool.
It's relatively new.
Keep us in the loop. Hopefully I inspired you to snag some Wonder Woman.
I mean, I would love to pick up more Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman. It's one of the two main DC things that I seem to collect. The other one being the Batman stuff, and I also collect some Superman stuff as well. But that's the trinity right there for me. When it comes to DC stuff, I would like to get more art from all three of those characters, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman over time. So,
thank you.
They're so good. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Subscribe to Lasso. Subscribe to Comic Books NYC. We'll catch you tomorrow for the 1K giveaway live drawings.
Thanks for staying up late.
Thank you.
Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't want to see me win. Think deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard he scammer, had to switch up the accounts. Moving paper, gotta call it my account. It's all in, I can have it coming out. Been through the struggle, I can see another drought. Yeah, it's not a purse, it's a merch. 6 figures was a gold, now it's 9 or a hearse. Put it work. Used to pull up, not swerve. No time for the snakes, time to put them in the dirt. That's word. I gotta get it, it's in my DNA. You only see the highlights, don't know what it takes. Last year stressing, got no sleep. Now I'm right between the courts, I don't nosebleed. I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money